Hi, my name is CJ Pedalinghug, and today I'm going to be discussing the article from Forbes.com entitled Good Employees Make Mistakes, Great Leaders Allow Them to, written by Amy Anderson. I think too often we as individuals are so concerned about making mistakes and not being able to make up for them. One quote I found interesting was by Meg Captain, which states, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear." Truth be told, especially in the business world, when an employee makes an honest mistake in an attempt to do what they felt was right for the company, a great leader should acknowledge this and grant them a second chance to do better next time. Let's face it, we all make mistakes. However, most of the times, these mistakes actually help us distinguish the difference between the right and wrong way to do something. If we don't make these mistakes, then we're probably too concerned with staying in our own comfort box and not trying anything new. Another quote I found interesting from this article comes from John Wooden, who was a famous basketball player. And he says, "If you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing anything." Great leaders allow their people the freedom to make mistakes, but good employees are those who, when mistakes are made, learn from them, own them, fix them, and put safeguards in place to ensure the same mistake will never be repeated again. These are 4 simple steps that one can do and follow in order to better yourself as an employee and as an individual. So let's look at the first step. You have to learn from them, learn from the mistakes. Good employees realize that they made a conscious and honest mistake, and they are willing to learn from them so that they don't fall into committing the same actions again. Step 2. Own them. Own the mistakes. In other words, don't make excuses. This basically means taking responsibility for your actions and expressing what lessons you've learned from that mistake. Step 3, fix them. Fix the mistakes. There are only so many times you can apologize before you have to take initiative, action, in making sure you don't make the same mistakes again. Good employees do what it takes to rectify their actions. They always establish a timeline with follow-up for when the problems will be fixed and make sure that progress is communicated throughout the process so that everyone feels the urgency and care with which they are trying to correct the problem. And finally, step 4. Put safeguards in place to ensure the same mistake will never be repeated again. This is probably the most crucial step in the learning process. When a mistake has clearly been made, the most important thing anyone can figure out are the roadblocks and safety nets, which are carefully established to ensure that this same mistake will never take place again. So, in conclusion, a good employee is one who follows these 4 steps. However, a great employee is one who has mastered the art of apologizing for those mistakes. So here's just a quick look at the 6 A's of a proper and genuine apology. Admit, I made a mistake. Apologize. I'm sorry for making the mistake. Acknowledge. I recognize where I went wrong that caused my mistake to occur. Attest. I plan to do the following to fix the mistake on this specific timeline. Assure. I'll put the following protections in place to ensure that I do not make the same mistake again. And 6, abstain. Never repeat that same mistake twice. So in conclusion, I want to finish off with a quote from the author of this article. She suggests, "People who implement the 6 A's will find that others will be quicker to forgive them and more likely to extend a second chance." It's not the making of a mistake that is generally the problem. It's what you do with it afterwards that really counts.